TixSearcher presents 20 things you probably didn't know about Metallica. Number 1. Lars Ulrich was born in Denmark and was a tennis prodigy in his youth. It actually ran in the family as both his dad and granddad played tennis professionally. Number 2. Lars is also a man of eclectic and unusual tastes. He's a big fan of the band Status Quo and even once wrote the introduction to their 30th anniversary book. He's also a keen scuba diver and has even been seen pursuing diving magazines during the bass guitar solo sections of Metallica's live shows. Number 3. Ulrich borrowed the band's name from a friend. The band's name was taken from a friend of Ulrich's who came up with the name for a rock fanzine he was starting. However, Ulrich was able to convince his friend to go with something else so he could take the name Metallica. Number 4. In April 1992, during a co-headline stadium tour alongside Guns N' Roses, James Hefield walked into a 12-foot flame after he misjudged a pyrotechnics display. As a result, suffered third-degree burns. Jason Newsted, who was then the bassist of the band, recalls that Hetfield's skin was bubbling like on the Toxic Avenger. Number 5. James Hefield was admitted to rehab in July 2001 for alcohol and other addictions. It was later revealed that this other addiction was the chocolate. Number 6. Metallica's frontman James Hefield is known for his emotionally turbulent lyrics, which stem from his strict Christian Scientist upbringing. As a child, if he cut himself, his parents would refuse to give him a sticking plaster, as to their belief, God was expected to do the healing. Number 7. The first instrument that James Hefield actually learned to play on wasn't a guitar, but a piano at the age of 9. Number 8. Kirk Hammett, guitarist of Metallica, replaced original lead guitarist Dave Mustaine, who was fired in 1983 and went on to form the band Megadeth. Mustaine returned a lasting sense of grievance, insisting that he wrote many of the riffs and leads that Hammett later made famous. In one interview, he said that Hammett stole his job, but at least he got to bang his girlfriend before he took his job. Number 9. Kirk Hammett started losing his hair in the mid-1990s, but has admitted in several interviews that he's been using Rogaine in a bit to combat baldness. He said, "Take it from me, it fucking works." Number 10. Robert Trujillo, the bassist of Metallica, was given a £1 million advance when he joined the band in 2003. Before joining Metallica, Trujillo played in Suicidal Tendencies and was also part of the funk metal side project Infectious Grooves. Number 11. Jason Newsted, former bassist of the band, joined Metallica as a replacement for Cliff Burton, who died in 1986. However, it seems that Newsted never quite fitted in. His bass parts for the 1988 album and Justice for All were practically erased by James Hefield and Lars Ulrich, resulting in the record's famously tiny sound. Number 12. The band's 2003 album Saint Anger was so despised by some fans that at least one CD burning party was held in America. These days, Metallica rarely plays any songs from this album live, or indeed many songs from their previous albums, Load from 1996 and Reload from 1997. Number 13. Metallica's second album, 1984's Ride the Lightning, contains the track The Call of Cthulhu. On early pressings, this was misprinted as The Cat of Cthulhu. Copies of the album with the misspelling are now worth a lot of money and see lovely amounts when they are sold on eBay. Number 14. Bassist Cliff Burton died in 1986 when the band's tour bus crashed, but the precise cause of his death has still not been resolved. Burton may still have been living when the bus was lifted off him, only to die when the crane snapped and the vehicle fell back. Number 15. It seems that it took Metallica many years to attain stadium filling status. Lars Ulrich explained to the US Supreme Court during the 2000 Napster case that Metallica was still living beneath the poverty line as late as the release of Master of Puppets in 1986, 5 years after the band formed. Number 16. Metallica's world tour in support of their 1991 Black Album lasted nearly 3 years. In order to stop themselves going insane, the band insisted on sticking to US time, thus avoiding the need to faff about with local time zones. Number 17. Metallica was born out of a newspaper ad. In 1981, Lars Ulrich placed an ad in an LA newspaper called The Recycler because he was looking for musicians to start a band. Singer James Hefield responded to the ad, and when Ulrich revealed he had a spot on the Metal Massacre compilation album, Hefield was in. Number 18. The cover to their breakthrough album Ride the Lightning was misprinted in France. Burnett Records in France issued the album with a misprinted cover that was printed in green instead of the standard blue. There are only about 400 green copies in existence, so this very rare pressing is considered a collector's item. Number 19. After performing in Antarctica, Metallica became the first band that performed on all 7 continents. Number 20. Lars Ulrich, Kirk Hammett, and Jesse Newsted were all going through divorces while making their 1991 The Black Album. Could this be the reason this is such a good album? Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please like, share, comment on our videos and subscribe to our channel. We also recommend you visit our site at TixSearcher.com for interesting and entertaining facts, stories, articles and more on your favorite bands and musicians. Also, if you're looking to go to a concert anytime soon, our site is a great place to compare ticket prices to music concerts, shows, festivals and much more. So check it out and let us know what you think. Thanks again, have a great day, rock on!